Welcome to a couple of days in my life. Today was a work from home day. I woke up and immediately made myself some coffee and breakfast. I had a set morning routine when I was back in Singapore, but I still haven't quite figured out what that would be here or what works best for me. As I drink my coffee, I scroll through Instagram, which is a bad habit I've recently adopted. I have my breakfast and head to my study room to get ready for work. I clean up my desk from the work I was doing the previous evening and make sure that it's neat and clutter-free for a day of productivity, or at least hopefully. I try to debug the task I was working on yesterday and attend my check-in meeting at 10 a.m. After that, it's time to make some tea, after which I head back to continue debugging. I have my lunch at around 12:30 this day, but usually this timing depends on how hungry I am. I cook some lunch, which definitely ate into my lunchtime that I allocate for myself. Oh well, lunch was pretty good, and I'm quite proud of myself for the chef or /cook that I've become. I then head back to my desk and continue, you guessed it, debugging. I also hopped onto a call with my colleague to clarify some things, which did make the debugging easier. I started craving for some hot drink again, so I decided to make myself some Darjeeling tea. This tastes so close to Asian milk tea, and I absolutely love it. And now I'm back to work. This session was super productive as I finally figured out the thing that I had been debugging for so long. It's moments like this when things finally work that make you go, maybe that debugging wasn't that bad after all. Said no one ever. I made a pull request and it was 6 p.m, so I decided to call it a day. I had no social life plans for the evening, so the main tasks I had were to finish some house chores and gym. I vacuumed and mopped the floor. My partner and I split the chores for cleaning, which is super helpful and efficient. After this, I made my way to the gym. I started working out at the gym 1 week ago, and it's been really nice so far. Gyms here are so much cheaper than those in Singapore for almost the exact same features, which is mind-blowing to me. After the gym session, I head home and take a shower, followed by some dinner. This was a super unproductive evening as I spent the next 2 hours watching Making the Cut, which is some design competition on Amazon Prime. I then head to bed and called it a night. The next day was very exciting as we had a Halloween party in the office. I got ready and packed my costume and went to work.
Take you there, back to when we felt like this was forever. Can I take you there?
I have such a hard time remembering to film myself outside, so just pretend like this is some shot of me working with a big monitor in front of me. The Halloween party started at 4 p.m. and it was amazing. We had a ton of candies, pizzas, pumpkin painting, and karaoke. I painted a beautiful pumpkin and my colleagues and I dressed up together as Adam's family. I was the little girl, if you noticed. It was a really fun night and I ended up leaving at around 11 p.m. Luckily, the next day was a Saturday, so I could kind of sleep in, but not too much as I was meeting some girls for brunch at 10 a.m. I had to force myself to get out of bed, but I finally did and rushed fast enough to catch the 9 a.m. train. Sadly, it's quite common for the train service to be disrupted, and this was one of those days. So instead of taking me 35 minutes to get to the place, I took 55. Nonetheless, I adhered to German punctuality and reached at 9:55 a.m, 5 minutes early. Brunch was amazing and definitely worth the early morning. I had some other plans for the rest of the day, but somehow I didn't feel too good after the brunch, so I head back home and spend the rest of the day resting and drinking a ton of water. Seems like I was just dehydrated as the water really helped, and I felt so much better the next day. Sunday was a sleep in but get stuff done kind of day. The weather was so beautiful and the sun was shining right in our balcony. I took advantage of this to write some scripts, this one actually, and let the creativity flow through. We made some pohe and yellow curry, which lasted us for lunch and dinner. Efficient, yeah, I know. I was actually very productive the rest of the day with cleaning, editing, scripts, and also creating a proper plan to get back into learning German. I count myself very lucky, as my company and team do not expect me or anyone to work on weekends. So when I get off on Friday evening, I can focus on other aspects of my life on the weekend without worrying about work. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I've made a few other day in the life of software engineer kind of videos, and every day feels similar yet so different, which encourages me to continue making these kind of videos. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next one.